budget constraints. We were talking about a deal which the shopkeeper does with you. The shopkeeper says, if you buy, let's say we have food here and everything else here. So the deal is that if you buy till 2 units of food, the price of food that you are charged is 2 per unit. Whereas if you buy food more than 2 units, the price of food that gets charged is 1 rupee. Which means for the first unit you pay 2 rupees, second unit you pay 2 rupees, for the third unit you pay 1 rupee. So let's see how the budget constraint looks like. Let's say this was the original budget constraint along which the price of food is 2. Then what happens to a budget constraint is that from this point, the threshold point from where the difference occurs, from this point, notice how food is becoming cheaper. Because food is cheaper from this point onwards, the budget line pivots outwards. So that you can have more of food after this point. So it becomes something like this. You can of course work out the slope such that the price of food here is rupees 1. So the final budget constraint which is effective is the original one till 2 units and the pivoted outwards one after 2 units. So this is the budget constraint which operates. Now let's look at another type of a deal. Now we again have food here and other goods here. The shopkeeper says, okay, if you buy food till 2 units, the price of food that gets charged is 2 rupees. If you buy food more than 2 units, the price of food is rupees 1 for all the units. For all the units. Which means if you buy, let's say 3 units of food, you don't need to pay 2 rupees for the first unit, 2 rupees for the first unit, 1 rupee for the third unit, but you get to pay 1 rupee for all these units. So let's see how the budget constraint looks like. Let's say this is original constraint along which the price of food is rupees 2. Now, to work this out, just pivot the budget constraint from here and see how the budget constraint looks like when the price of food is 1. Now you know, because it's cheaper, so this pivots outwards. So when the price of food is 1 rupees. Now, because the threshold level is at 2 units of food here, so the budget constraint which operates is the original constraint till 2 units. After that, it's this line which operates, along which the price of food is 1 for all the units. So the budget constraint comes here. So notice how both the cases are different. In this case, you have 2 budget constraints basically, and the pivot is right from here because the price which is charged for all the previous units is now rupees 1. But in this case, it's only the price of these units after 2 units which is cheaper. So this is how these constraints are different. So that's it for the budget constraint.